Hello, it's Nati. Last video of the day. This month they seem to be pretty short videos, so not a whole lot of updates to give everybody. I'm sorry. I'm working on a lot of eyeshadow projects, and so it's taking me a little bit longer to make progress. But yeah, today I'm here. I'm rolling one shade out, so let's get to it. So if you saw my introduction, I have been working on 3 eyeshadows that I want to hit pan on. 2 of the 3 were randomized, and 1 I specifically picked because I had a shade that I needed to use. So I will probably stay the same with the picked eyeshadow, and 2 of them will, well, I'm not really doing a whole lot of changes this month, but so let's get into it. I am rambling a lot today, but the first eyeshadow that I was using is from the Lorella Ugly Christmas Sweater palette. It looks like this. It's a very beautiful holiday Christmassy palette, lots of reds, greens, golds. But the shadow I'm using from this is called Elf, so it's this one right here. It's a light shimmery green. I'm actually using that today on the outer corner, so I'll sneak in here so you can see. And I paired this with the ColourPop, the Mandalorian, the Child palette. So I'll show you because I have it right here. But I've been using this Right Hand Mando, which is a very light, like shimmery, silvery green, and so I've put that on the inner third of the lid, inner half of the lid, and then off the rest of the lid I will do that shade Elf. And I've really liked how they work together, so I do like this pairing. I think that's going to help me work through both of these a little bit more. But let me pull up my counter so I can tell you exactly how many times I've used that. It's not ready to roll out, obviously, but let me just tell you exactly how many uses I've had. So we're still on baby uses of this, so I've used that shade Elf 9 times only, which is surprising because based on my Pan That palette I could be using it a lot more, but then again I am working on a lot of different eyeshadows, so yeah. So anyways, this is still going to stay. Again, we are counting until 15 uses, so I've still got 6 more uses to go. Hopefully I can knock those out here in the next month and we can roll this one out. I don't know if we'll hit pan. These seem like they're very packed in there. And like I mentioned, you know, you can't even really tell that I've been using much of it. The only reason you can tell is because it's smudged outside the pan. So we'll see how that goes, but that one is still in the game. The next one is Mented Every Night eyeshadow palette. And this one is another one that I've barely used, and I pulled out the shade Los Angeles. It is this shimmery, what do you call this shade? I don't know. It's kind of a rosy burgundy shade. As you can see, I have hard pan on there, which is pretty annoying. But I typically apply that with my finger just because I like doing that with more of the shimmer shades. So I have that hard pan. I have not hit pan on that, of course. This one I have used even less. I've only used 7 times. So hopefully I will pick that up a little bit more and we can get to that pan. Might need to scratch off that hard pan though, because it is kind of gross. But yeah, 7 times, not a whole lot. So that one again will stay. And I do have one that I am technically rolling out because I met the usage goal, but I want to, it's a new palette that I haven't really used, so I want to see how many uses it'll take me to hit. Oh, I smudged my hand with all this eyeshadow. Okay. But I want to see how many uses it'll take me to hit pan on this eyeshadow, just because I have not used this palette and I would like to have an idea. I like to know when I'm working on these projects kind of what palettes are easier to pan, which ones are harder. Not because I don't want to work on the harder ones, but because I like to get an idea of what I'm signing up for. So this is the Cargo Cosmetics Chill in the 6 palette. It's a cool toned eyeshadow palette, and the shade I picked from this is the Young Street. I think that's how you say it. But this one is the one that I've definitely made more progress towards. I use this as an inner and brow bone highlight. So I don't know that you can see that dip there. But if you go into my, I'll post this on my Instagram so you can see an actual picture of what it looks like. But I'll post pictures of on Instagram about that. But this one I have obviously used it the most. I've used it 29 times, which is a lot. Obviously more than the 15 uses that I was planning to. And it makes me nervous because 29 times and I still have not hit pan on this. I know I'm getting closer, but like, holy smokes, this is packed in there. So this is where it's going to get dicey. I will kind of continue using this just because I want to know how many uses until I hit the pan. So I will technically continue tracking those uses, but not as a part of my Pan Those eyeshadows, if that makes sense, because I really want to know how many uses till I hit pan. So there's that. What I will replace that with though is, and this is where I'm cheating again, but I'm going back to the Lethal Cosmetics palette, and I'm actually going to pull up the Scandal shade, which is another like cream color shade that I think I can use as a brow bone highlight slash cleanup shade. So I will start tracking those uses and hit two birds with one stone with that. But that's kind of where we're at. One technical rolling out, and then one roll in, and then the other ones I'm still working on. So that's where we're at. Let me know if you're doing this project too. I really do enjoy it. It's a good way to kind of rotate your makeup, so you get to use different things, but you also get to make progress. And this is actually one of the projects that I've found that I make the most progress through my makeup. I don't know, something about using it. I don't know if it's the certain amount of times, but then I feel like they rotate quicker than some of the other projects, if that makes sense. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.